In a cozy forest where trees whispered and rivers sang, lived a curious rabbit named Bubli. Every morning, she'd hop out of her burrow, nose twitching, excited to uncover something new and amazing about the world around her. Her best friends were always around. There was Totto, the wise little turtle, Zinku, the cheerful bird with shiny, jewel-like feathers, and Feku, the chubby cat who loved food more than anything. They all lived in the magical Neelguri Forest, a colorful wonderland filled with vibrant flowers, lush green leaves, and endless blue skies. The air was sweet with ripe mangoes, and butterflies danced like confetti among the trees. It was a place where joy and friendship thrived. But one morning, something was very, very wrong. Bubli woke up, rubbing her sleepy eyes. She blinked a couple of times, but everything looked so dull. The trees, usually vibrant, stood like gray shadows, and the flowers had lost their color. Even the sky, normally bright blue, seemed pale. A chill ran down her spine. What happened? She whispered. She hurried over to Totto's pond. He was awake, peeking out of his shell, worry in his eyes. "Where are all the colors, Totto?" Bubli asked, her voice shaky. Totto replied slowly, "I'm not sure, Bubli, but there is an old tale about a magical bird named Dronu who guards all the colors." Zinku fluttered down beside them, her once shiny feathers now a dull gray. "The sky felt so empty this morning," she said, looking sad. Just then, Feku tumbled out from behind a bush, stretching his chubby legs. "Did someone say food?" he asked, his stomach growling. Bubli giggled. "No, Feku. The forest has lost its colors. We're off to find the magical bird who can help us." Feku perked up. "Will there be snacks?" Bubli grinned. "Maybe, if you can keep up." And with that, the four friends set off on their adventure, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead to bring the colors back to Neelguri Forest. The forest felt super quiet as they walked. No birds were singing, and even the wind seemed a bit sad, whispering through the dull leaves. Soon, they reached the changing caves, where the walls shimmered in sleepy shades of gray. Suddenly, a deep voice echoed, saying, "To pass through, you must see without looking." Totto blinked, confused. "What does that mean?" Bubli thought for a second and then closed her eyes. "Maybe it's about feeling, not just seeing. I can feel my friends here. I feel brave because I'm not alone." As she spoke, the cave walls lit up warmly, revealing a clear path. The friends exchanged smiles and walked through, their paws and feet softly echoing on the stone floor. Their next challenge was a wide, singing river with no bridge in sight. Without hesitation, Zinku spread her wings and flew across, spotting a thick vine hanging from a tall tree. She tugged until it came loose, and together, they tied it to a strong branch to swing across the chilly water. One by one, after crossing, they entered the whistling valley, where the wind never stopped. It swirled around them like dancing scarves. "Stay close!" Bubli shouted over the whistling. They held on to each other's paw, wing, and tail and carefully made their way through the gusty air. After hours of hiking and helping each other, they finally reached the top of Red Peak Hill. There, on a round, red rock, stood a tall, glowing bird with shimmering feathers and kind eyes behind round glasses. "You must be Dronu," Bubli said, amazed. "I am," he replied with a warm smile. "I know why you're here." He glanced at the four weary yet determined friends. "You want the colors back." They all nodded, hearts filled with hope. "Then you have to answer one question," Dronu said, calm and clear. "Only then will I give you the key." The friends held their breath, listening closely. Dronu asked, "What do colors mean to you?" Totto stepped up first. "Colors mean beauty. They make the forest feel alive." Zinku jumped in. "Colors mean joy. They make us want to sing and celebrate." Feku, always practical, added, "Colors mean food, like ripe red fruits and yummy honey." Everyone laughed, but Bubli felt something warm in her chest as she looked at her friends and then back at Dronu. "Colors mean love," she said, taking a deep breath. "When we're together, the world feels bright and happy, even when it looks gray. Color isn't just what we see, it's what we feel in our hearts." Dronu's eyes sparkled behind his glasses, and he smiled wide. "That's the truth. he replied warmly. He revealed a long, glowing feather that shimmered with every color. This is the feather of light. Wave it high above your forest, but remember, real color starts in your heart. Bubli held the feather gently and whispered, "Thank you." The friends raced back down the hill, feeling on top of the world. It was like the wind was giving them a boost. When they got back to Neelguri Forest, it was just as gray and quiet as before. Bubli stood in a clearing, took a deep breath, and lifted the feather of light high. She waved it, creating a stunning arc of light, and then everything went still. And then, magic happened. The grass turned a vibrant green, flowers exploded in yellows, oranges, and purples, and the trees stretched their branches, leaves sparkling in the sunlight. The sky was a stunning blue, birds sang joyfully, and butterflies danced like little jewels. Feku flopped back with a happy sigh, saying, "I smell bananas and honey." Zinku twirled in the air, her feathers shining bright. Totto watched with a content smile, whispering, "We did it together." Bubli looked around at her vibrant home, the bright green leaves, warm golden sun, and smiling friends, and said, "This is more than just color. This is love." From that moment, the four friends promised to care for their forest and each other. They discovered a beautiful secret. Colors aren't just in the world around us. They're in our hearts. And when those hearts are filled with kindness and love, they can brighten the whole world.